communicate with this thing at all. But I, ironically, when of course, I was overwhelmed, and I prayed to our Father, asking, Are you my Lord Jesus Christ? Are you our God? And I began to pray, Our Father, and whatever we were looking at didn't appreciate that. It changed from a brilliant orange-red to more of a black and a lighter.
So you think maybe subconsciously it was communicating, it knew your thoughts? So
oh, absolutely.
Well, I noticed.
As soon as you asked that, it responded.
I didn't ask it.
I noticed when it went to black and white and started to go back to where it came from, up way high up on the mountain. But at the time, I didn't know he was saying what he was saying about are you our creator?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but I did notice when it did turn colors to black and white. It stopped being beautiful.
Yeah,
it stopped being a beautiful thing. And it went into black and white, and it started to leave.
Yeah.
And later is when cousin told me he started, saying prayers to Lord Jesus Christ, and that so the time fits when it turned to black and white.
That
and it
is
was no longer
weird.
beautiful.
That is so weird.
That was weird. Weird. Creepy, weird.
It has to be canonical. And this is biblical what we're dealing with, and I believe, like you believe, that the Indians are the Holcomb that lived here are telling us a story. It's not just a bunch of things on the rocks here.
Right.
It's not just graffiti. It's not high school graffiti on these rocks.
No. No.
Yeah.
So we're dealing with a very sensitive issue, and hopefully people will get a spiritual understanding of what's going on, because you have all these things that are going to be occurring. You have 2012, December 21st. You have just the political, it's just corrupt. I mean, everything's going. The gas prices are being, inflated. And you have poverty in other countries.
The signs are there. All of them.
Yeah, the signs are here.
All the signs.
Yes, they are.
This is.
And now these entities are coming out of South
Well,
Mountain.
they have been. I mean, you're the one that got me into this, and I just thought of little green men in spaceships, coming down from different galaxies, or possibly here, or multi-dimensions. I mean, who knows what the possibilities are endless. What could be happening here? And I'm sure there are.
That's what I thought, going into this, because at the time, with the Phoenix Lights and everything, I didn't witness the Phoenix Lights. I saw the video and stuff, and I have been seeing things, before the Phoenix Lights, so I knew that there was something out there, and when I went chasing it down, I was thinking maybe flying saucers and little green guys and spaceships. And
maybe even E.T. Who knows what we would.
But as years progressed, and as I studied and followed these things and watched them, I came to the conclusion that these things are not from outer space, but they are from inner space. And the Indians, when they talk about spirits and we're coming to the mountain and talking to the spirits and stuff, this is what they're talking about here, is these things here that live within the mountain.
What allowed you to connect, or what gave you the inspiration to connect what was going on here in South Mountains with what's going on in the sky?
Well,
was it divine intervention, or what do you make of it?
I think it was just years of study. I mean, that's one thing I tell people, if you want to get into this, do a lot of homework. Read everything you can about UFOs, whether you believe it or not. Just read it. You judge for yourself.
Make your own conclusions.
Yeah, and you fit what story fits, what matches each story. And what I found is the same petroglyphs, like on the other side of the world, as far as Israel and stuff like that, Mount Sinai, they have rock art there. And the archaeologist was saying, well, any mountains that have rock art is a sacred mountain. Well, lo and behold, we have rock art here and the same basically mountain-like texture as Mount Sinai, and we have the same thing here in Phoenix, and this has petroglyphs on it too. And
well, unfortunately, a lot of them have been destroyed by the CCC that you told me about.
And just going into this, man, I'm thinking, well, hey, we have strange lights in the sky, and now we have strange markings on the rocks out here. There has to be some kind of connection. So I just went on a gut feeling, and I did a lot of faith and a lot of watching. You have to study this mountain to see it. And once you see it, you're my proof. It took me 2 years to find you, because a lot of people, when they call me up for tours, they expect to see one right off the bat. And I'm trying to tell them, no, that's not the way it happens. You need to do a lot of research, a lot of study, a lot of, focusing on this mountain and keep going at it. Just because you don't see something that first day doesn't mean you're not going to see something.
Right.
Well, you stuck with it. Out of all these other people that has come to me for tours, they're gone, but you stuck with it, and what happened?
Well, even before the
You
first
got
tour,
it. We got one.
I was coming here by myself, or actually with my father-in-law. And then, of course, you met him when eventually we met and everything, and you just, for some reason, you're just drawn to this mountain. Like, I grew up here, and I've always been drawn to this mountain. So
I think
it's happening. It's happening here.
It's fantastic. I wanted I kind of used him as like an experiment, because it was like I wanted to get somebody up there, because if I could do it, if I could go up there and talk to him and have these things come off the mountain and come and see me, that means anybody could do it. And I was waiting for somebody with enough dedication and enough drive and enough pull with this that will do it. And here I found Nate, and Nate found me. And I told him on how to do this, and lo and behold, we went up there and we talked to him, and that same day, boom, we got something. Right on. and
captured it on film.
That's it. And it's only a matter of time when other people realize what's going on here at this mountain and how easy it is to see one. It's going to amaze you.
Or scare you. Or both.
Right? And go ahead and let them know. Since then, since Nathan has been going up here and talking to him and trying to relate with him and trying to get a more understanding about him, they're coming and seeing him at his job now. He has been calling me for the last 2-3 weeks now, saying, "Hey Jeff, got another one over here, it's following me around." So they know that, who's paying attention and who's not paying attention.
Well, again, I've been seeing things ever since, my entire life, either up at our cabin, up on the rim, the Mogollon Rim, away from the mountain. I mean, a lot of night sightings. I would see things in the sky, like a white orb, and all of a sudden it attracts another one, and they, going together. And those aren't. I would always say, okay, those got to be satellites or a shooting star or something. Well, stars come into our atmosphere, but these things just, go and stop and change direction, what have you. And what do you say? I mean, people are going to think you're crazy.
That one petroglyph that I showed you with the lights that are connected together, you thought maybe that's what you might have saw.
The three circles?
The petroglyph with the lines connected. Now, here's my thoughts, man. When those lights are up there, when these creatures are up there and they got lines connected to them, this is my thoughts. I'm thinking that they're taking each other's energy. They're connecting, they're making one, and they're absorbing each other's energy and stuff. So it looked like, when people see this long craft or this long black thing up in the sky, they automatically assume it's a craft. But what if it's a bunch of creatures together just connected? They're linked, right. They're linked together.
The possibilities are endless. Yeah. I
until somebody can prove you're wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think we need to talk to Dr. Lynn and explain to her that what she's trying to do or what she's been doing and being able to communicate with these orbs, does she really want to, take that route? I mean, she's completely not understanding what you're talking about, and why she won't give you the time of day, and
it's beyond you.
It's beyond my belief, unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. It's not about her. It's about these things, man.
Right.
It's about people like you that are interested and want to get a hold of what's going on here and want to find out more.
It's real.
Do the research yourself. Don't believe whatever people are saying, man. If you don't believe it, you go research it yourself and you find out if it's true or not.
But I'm looking forward to when it's when the time is right to present it.
I'm looking forward to filming another one.
Not as good as your footage, but yeah.
Oh man, it'll get better.
We'll film another one. You bet. You bet. We come out here, you'll film one.
I want to definitely get into I asked it to come out. It did. I don't know exactly what I seen, but I know I seen something.
We seen definitely something.
And it changed.
And you're positive it wasn't balloons.
Or a hang glider. Or a hang glider.
It was a little windy like this, and like I said, this thing descended from way up high in the sky, came down, and decided to...
it didn't act like balloons.
It didn't act like... No, it didn't act like balloons.
It didn't act like a duck.
It defied the laws of...
It looked like a duck, didn't act like a